Hello, party people. Alright. Here we go again. I'm tired, sleepy, but I'm gonna try to draw for an hour. But what shall I draw? I love these Stabilo pens and they're cheap. But yeah, let me think for a sec. This music's feeling good. Alright. Should I start this way? Horizontal. Go with this. Alright, let's just go. Turn my mind off. Just go. Don't want to overthink it. Don't want to critique myself. I'm gonna slow down. Art therapy. Meditative. Doobie doobie doo. Right. Alright, done. Good night, everyone. Hey, what's up, Gruff? Yes. I'm exhausted after work these days. I don't know why. Not sleeping well, but still gotta draw. This is a butthole, not a mouth. Just kidding. That'd be horrible. Are you Neo? No mouth, trying to scream?
Here's an artist called Kauwe with his track called Alstor, coming out on Afen Records. We heard a lot of stuff in the beginning.
An announcer.
First, we got a glimpse
You
of
don't want to be
Louis Fouts' Science, and then there was a track from Pulso coming out on Mind Trip Records, then a track from Zemog, and another track from Befion called Exosphere.
Have you seen the movie Teeth?
Then a track
Gruff?
from Lee Homan. And the track before this one was from Singular Anomalies called Art is Life.
It's about a girl who has has teeth inside her hoo-ha. There's a defense mechanism about being basically sexually assaulted, and she used it to get back at her perpetrators. Came out a few years ago. It's an okay movie, though. Maybe if you're high or something. Yes, it is. Not the kind I like. Yeah, I don't want to do that. It's too much teeth brushing. It's already a pain in the ass doing one set of teeth, you know? Too much flossing. That's because you're young, man. Wait till you reach 40. Then you better start flossing, because you'll be in trouble. My teeth were like indestructible till I got to my 40s. How old are you now? Forgot. In your 20s, right? Or were you below 20? I forget. I thought I remembered you saying you were actually under 20. But my memory sucks for that stuff though, so apologies if that's wrong. Okay. Yeah, enjoy it, man. I feel like I lost my whole 40s because the pandemic hit during the peak of my 40s and just went by so fast. Feels like it never happened. So I don't feel as old as I am. It's really weird. Really fucks with your head. Like I didn't experience life to age properly or something. Some weird void. You have a deep voice? People have actually always thought I'm younger than I am. It's getting harder and harder because my beard's getting gray, but people usually think I'm early 40s still. Which is fine with me. fine with that though, because I don't act like my age at all. I act like I'm in my 30s. With how I live my life, basically. Yeah. Oops. Plus, I don't eat too horribly bad. I don't eat a lot of... I mean, I'll eat sweets and stuff, but I don't eat, like, fast food several times a week or anything like that. It's like once every few months, and I work out regularly, and I eat pretty decent. Cook my own meals, and drink a lot of water. Exercise a lot, so... There's people my age who have, like, hit the wall where I'm still pretty energetic and look pretty good and have energy and stuff, so... But if you don't do that shit, then you get to your late 40s and 50s and your body falls apart and you can hardly move and you're all achy and sore and tight. Yeah. Even working out, I work out several times a week and stuff and get a lot of exercise, but even still, I can feel my body battling it way more than when I was younger. I gotta keep it up consistently or else it'll fall apart fast. Some bullshit. Oh yeah. Yeah, you'll see the wrinkles on me. I'm a ginger, so I'm opposite. I do not have dark skin, and I have to be careful in the sun. Careful of that cancer. Yeah, fuck it, let's do one more set of teeth. Gnarly, tiny teeth. Yep, sure is. More and more. No gray up here yet, though. Got some forehead wrinkles, though, but not permanent. Getting a little over this set here. Let's see. Play some different stuff here. Let's see here. This guy only released like 2 tracks, but sounds like an awesome Daft Punk style. Love it. Alright, this is my friend Todd Spiro. He's an amazing DJ. This is one of the sets from Burning Man. I haven't listened to this in a while. Todd Spiro. It's awesome. played parties with this guy a few times. It's tough to open for him but it's better than following him because stuff is so good, and I could never play a set after him that could compare, in my opinion. Hey, Dilston, what's up? Well, I'm not sure. I'm kind of developing it right now. I kind of a old mentor of mine and also now a friend of many years from when I was in school, John Mahoney. Um, he just launched a course called Professional Doodling, online course. John Mahoney, if you look it up. But it's about kind of just slowing down and not really paying attention while you draw, just kind of letting it flow. Kind of like if you're on a phone call or listening in on a meeting while you draw, only half paying attention, you know? And you start doodling shapes and stuff, and just kind of see what comes out of you. Sometimes it's just random shapes. Sometimes, you know, it might be a picture or something you're looking at. You know, if you're watching a movie, listen to music, just kind of zone out, not pay attention. And I've been drawing digitally for many years now, and kind of got rusty with my analog style, so I kind of took his course and watched it and used his method to sort of start drawing analog again about a month ago, and it's been working great, and I really like what's been coming out of it. So but yeah, so it hasn't really been intentional. I'm not like trying to be like anyone. I'm kind of just going with the flow. And then with last night, I did this one last night, which was I just had this a photo of a girl that I drew. I started with her eyes and her nose and lips, but then after that, I kind of just went freestyle, and like you can just see, it's all kind of just randomness. It's not even really that neat, you know, which is so. Same with this. Oh, sweet, thanks. I like Uzumaki, it's great. I got a book by the comic artist Art Adams that had a bunch of his rough layouts, and I just lightboxed one of those and just did my doodling over that and did this too. Turned out pretty cool. Kind of a combo styles. I mean, my style's definitely more comic booky like this naturally, but it was always very kind of neat and precise, and I just been trying to get to where I can enjoy doodling without the pressure of it. You know, making sure everything's perfect, and you know, it's always like stressful to draw rather than, you know, calming and relaxing, which is what the purpose of this is. So, and this is actually, yeah, it's been really calming and relaxing to do this. But yeah, and as I've been kind of doing this sort of freestyle, almost like stream of consciousness doodling stuff, I've been noticing other artists that you can kind of tell that they do the same thing. I mean, Mobius is one of them, especially if you look at his sketchbook stuff. It's totally does that stuff, and then it just plays into your more finished stuff later. It makes it all easier. So I see that stuff, and I get, it kind of like sits in my subconscious while I'm doing this. Sometimes I'll keep stuff like that open too. Like right now I have a Jeff Darrow hard-boiled comic beside me, which is just insane detail. But I'm not really copying it or drawing anything from it specifically. I'm just neat inspiration. Yeah, dude, do it. And if you got a little cash, I would actually recommend checking out his course. I think it's only like, I forgot how much it was. It's like $180, $100. I'm not sure, but it's definitely great. A lot of it is just him kind of drawing and talking about it and just talking about his life, and kind of what the method of this is. It's kind of like, you know, like I'm doing right now. Just kind of talk while you're drawing and you're not really paying attention. So it's tough though. I've just been trying to do it every day and get more used to it, because it is tough to keep that mindset going too. I keep starting to overthink it, and I start focusing on areas. I'm like, wait, no, you know. It actually ends up looking worse when I do that than if I just kind of catch myself and reset and be like, no, don't worry about it so much, you know, just let it be random, you know. Doesn't have to even be anything specific. I've had nights where I just draw, there's actually no face or eyes or anything. It's literally just random shapes forever. sometimes I just let my random shapes I'm putting out reflect how I'm feeling inside too, which I don't know where you live, but I live in the USA right now, and it's definitely how I feel a lot of the time. State of the world. So art therapy, man. So yeah, if you could just get down and just start drawing like circles and dashes and lines and shit for like an hour and just make a big old collage of nicks and shapes and stuff. It's like expression on the page, you know, it's like kind of honest thought and feeling on the page, and it's pretty cool stuff. You know, it'll turn out better than you think. There's no practicing or learning required. It's more tapping into the sort of the raw, primal, subconscious. Yeah, I gotta give him a lot of credit because I was just feeling stuck for a while. I was drawing a lot, but I just was feeling tighter and tighter and stressing myself out while I draw. Stuff I would draw would come out good, but I couldn't just like, it took me a lot to get started because I just couldn't sit down and draw for fun. It all felt like another job. And it's like, well, this is in my free time, man. It's supposed to be fun. So, but now it's starting to feel fun again. I mean, shit, I've been doing it every night, even when I'm tired, like tonight. I'm freaking wasted tonight. I'm so tired, but still do a little of this. Yeah, it kind of taps into exactly what this is. Like, if you're tired, you're not really thinking, it's just flowing, you know, you're just kind of out of it. You're relaxed and you don't really give a shit. And that's kind of exactly the state you're trying to get to with this stuff, and that's why it ends up being so good. The other thing that he recommended that I've been trying to do is if you start out and, you know, you've been working on it for like 10-15 minutes and you're not really liking it, just slow down a little more, take your time, maybe turn the paper sideways and start drawing that way, draw something completely different, change it up, but on the same page, just keep it going. Don't give up on it, and sometimes those can end up being your best ones. And really, especially if you feel like it's already ruined but you keep going, it's almost like you care less about it, so you stress about it less. I don't do it every night. I try to stream every Monday night consistently, but otherwise it's just kind of random. But it's been a lot this week because I've just been really enjoying doing this doodle. Like I said, I used to stress myself out. It's like, all right, I need to work on my comic tonight. I need to get some art done. And I'm going to stream too. And just the whole thing would end up being daunting. And then I'd get exhausted before I even start. And then I wouldn't do it. Or I'd be like, I don't feel like being on stream and talking. I'm just going to draw on my own. And, you know, I end up failing on it. But, you know, the more you do it, the easier it gets. And yeah, just like it kind of helps me not think about it so much like this because I'm just kind of chatting, you know. It's like you're kind of on the spot, but you're also kind of distracted, which is kind of what I want right now. So I think so yeah, I'll probably stream either tomorrow or the next night. Well, no, maybe tomorrow. Definitely not Friday because I'm going to see Chainsaw Man. I'll show you some of the other stuff I've been doing too, like just kind of stream of consciousness stuff, you know, like just giving kind of examples of the progression. Like this, I had a life drawing model open and I used it to kind of start, but you know, I didn't try to stick to it perfectly. I just used it as a start and just once I got in, it was kind of cool to like render these little nooks and folds and bends, and I just kept doing that, and you know, make the fingers all get all weird and gloopy, and it's just kind of fun, you know, because do whatever you want. And put a little flower there. This one was okay. I wasn't too happy with this, but hey, this one's kind of the same, but just doing it with tech instead of like noodling with loops and hairs and stuff. And yeah, this was kind of little short ones, but I like how they turned out. It's kind of some sci-fi guys. This, meh. Meh. They aren't all winners, but you know, hey. This was little pigeons, crazy pigeons. They're like little angry punk pigeons. Just tried to fill it up with them. But this one, I don't really like her face, but I really liked the patterning in her shirt. I thought turned out really cool. I'm actually going to color that up. So, this one was cool too. I just did this thing where, like, you draw it like, if you just kind of draw like a shape like this. Like that, you know. And then you go in and you try to fill everything in, like, oh, hello there, you know. And this is a... You know, this is a boob over here, you know. And, you know, it's a dog's nose. You know, you try to fill in all those shapes like that, and that's kind of... That's what I ended up doing with this one. Was more of a detailed, naughty one. The closer you look, the naughtier it gets, you know. You get a little boob, navel. So... but then here's a little cuter, nicer one, you know, with some cute characters and stuff. So it's kind of nice to try both things. And I put some color on this one too. I just haven't posted it yet, but it turned out pretty cool. But yeah, and then this one, this is kind of what I really like doing, is like noodling tech, like just, I always end up doing all kinds of like wires and stuff in there is really fun, and that's very kind of meditative for me, so it's kind of what I did with this. Usually either that or like curly hair and stuff. Oh yeah, you working right now? Where are you at? Are you working late at night, or are you somewhere where it's daytime? Oh yeah, here's a little absolute Batman I did the other night, real loose at the end of the night. So this turned out pretty cool. Oh yeah, and Penis Mountain right here. But same thing, just kind of noodling, random noodling. Oh, 2 a.m. Oh, so you're East Coast. Okay, okay. Little crappy Hellboy did the other night. But, yeah. It's penis spelled P-E-A-N-I-S-S, so it's not naughty. Anyway, that's it for this sketchbook. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing the last couple weeks, and each one gets a little better. There's some stinkers in there too, but on the weekends I'll do like several in a day, you know, usually they're an hour or two each. This one I probably won't finish tonight because I actually got to go to bed for work soon too. I gotta long commute in the morning. And, gotta get up at 7:30, and it's 11 here now. I'm in LA. Yeah, it's cool too, because like some of the ones I have in that little book, and I have some other ones elsewhere too. If you don't finish them one night, it's cool too. You can kind of just set it aside and come back later and keep adding to it, which is cool. My buddy who did the professional doodling course, he has that. He has a big sketchbook of stuff, and his stuff's really cool. Looks a lot like 60s and 70s psychedelic art posters and stuff, and he has a whole sketchbook of doodles he's done, and sometimes he'll go in and just kind of pick one and keep adding to it for the evening, which is pretty neat. So. Let's see. Not sure what this juice coming off is. Is it crying? Is it blood? Ectoplasm? Could be anything. It'll be interesting because I probably won't finish this tonight. I'm gonna wrap up in like 5 or 10 minutes, but maybe I'll come back and work on it some more tomorrow, and I'll be in a completely different mindset, and it could end up progressing in a completely different direction, which is kind of neat. This is unintentionally appropriately themed for Halloween, though, I think. So you're up at 2 a.m. at work, huh? Are you a nighttime security guard? Are you at a bar? working the bar? Watching YouTube in between drinks? Because of the music I'm listening to, I'm on that vibe. DJ vibe. Oh, you're grinding the midnight oil, huh? I just got through that, actually. I work at Blizzard during the days. I'm not a software dev or a TD or anything, but I'm an animator there. And we just got through some hardcore crunch time the last 2.5 months. Another reason I jumped into this sort of doodling to get me I was feeling all rusty. I hadn't drawn anything in nearly 3 months because I was working 12-hour days, and my commute is about 3 hours a day, so it was basically 15-hour days every day. It was rough. So this has been kind of nice. Get started again. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. I just I wish I lived closer to the office. My first 4 years there, I worked remote, and then they made us all come back to the office, and it's so far. And traffic got worse too. It's about 52 miles away from me, because I live in LA. And if you're familiar with it at all, I'm in Echo Park near Dodger Stadium, but Blizzard is south about an hour and a half in Irvine. But Irvine sucks. It's like so boring down there. So I don't want to move down there. There's UC Irvine too, the college, and I've had a few friends that went there. And they used to drive back into LA on the weekends because they'd be so bored down there while they were in classes in school. Because there's nothing to do in Irvine. Yeah. Hey, work and school together though, that's pretty hardcore too. I've done that, and that is brutal, man. Evil ass eyebrows. So you're one of those guys who just kind of put on some trippy music or something and just zone out and like kind of work through the night and get tons done, just like coding through the night. One of my best friends when I was younger living in Colorado, him and I were really into just kind of like the science of composition when it came to techno, you know, not just like dance music. We were like way into it, you know. And he used to just put on techno and just, you wouldn't hear from him, you know, if I didn't know him better, you'd be sending wellness checks to his apartment because he wouldn't answer the door or the phone or anything for a couple days. He would just hole up for like anywhere from 18 to 36 hours just coding to techno and drinking He was Australian. He used to drink Australian beer and like Mountain Dew. So, but yeah, and he would just crank it out, and then he would just chill for like a couple days and not do anything, and then he'd hole up and do it again and just get a ton done. Whew. Cool. Yeah, when I'm not streaming, I'll usually have like a movie or a TV show on going. It's probably why I stream though, because that can be a little distracting too, and it's hard for me to get in the zone. So if I'm just here listening to music on stream, it helps me focus. Helps my ADHD too. Oh damn, that's tough, dude. I wasn't doing quite 40 a week, but I was doing quite a bit of freelance while I was in school, and man, it was rough. I don't want to do that again. Well, on that note, I think I'm done for the night. I am fried, and I gotta get to bed in about 20 minutes, so I can do my hour-and-a-half drive in tomorrow. No long days, but I still got to do the same commute. But I might come home and stream a little more tomorrow. And then go see Chainsaw Man on Friday. I can't wait. That's going to be fun. On IMAX. So, if you're an anime fan. But yeah, this dude turned out pretty crazy. Not what I thought I'd be doing tonight, but I like it. Surprised, but yeah. Some crazy eyeball in the mouth. At first I thought I was going to do a Coneheads thing with just multiple rows of teeth in a mouth, not something like scary and evil, but more kind of funny, but hey, that's where it went, and like I said, it's life stuff happens and makes you angry and frustrated, and it's nice to be able to just get it out on the page, and then you feel better. So, and I feel better. Sleep good. Cool, man. Well, good chatting with you, and hopefully I'll see you here hanging out. Feel free to come by and chat and listen to tunes while you're programming, while you're coding and stuff. Let's see. All right, man. Peace out. Have a good night. And if you're still here, Cruff, nice to see you. Everyone else, catch you later.